Hi everybody and welcome to Get Creative with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this trifold card blank into a pretty dried flower floral arrangement and put a little stamp on there just to give the card a little bit of something. So what I'm going to start with then is I'm going to move this over the corner here. And then we have the trifold. Now, technically it's supposed to be this way round with the squares at the top where you open it like so. But I want something a little different because I want the flowers to be behind the windows. So I want them to be able to be stuck down as well so that they don't fall out if they become unstuck. They shouldn't do, but I just wanted a different look. So with the flap that should be going over, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck that behind, give that a little rub with my bone knife just to make sure that it knows that that's where it's got to go. And it's just a simple tool just for making your creases a little bit more sharp. So what I'm going to do now then is I'm going to turn the card around so that the squares are down the bottom. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to print the little stamp that I've got here and put that in place while I have a think about how I'm going to lay these flowers out. So I'm just popping it onto the ink pad and I'm going to line up the card on the squares on my cutting board here, and then I can judge where the middle is for my sentiment. Okay, so we have a little sentiment just saying always in my thoughts, which I think will make a nice little card here. So in my little dish I have some dried flowers that I've done from this summer. My husband's only just made me a flower press, so I'm quite limited on the dried flowers that I have at the moment. So we're just going to see what we can come up with regards to flower designs. Now what I generally do is I just put the flower perhaps where it may be in the middle and lay out how I think it would look good. Now remember, these are going to be on the underside rather than the top side, so I'm just trying to see how it forms with regards to the design. So I think that looks quite pretty. I'm just going to bring it up to the camera so you can have a better look. So just a single piece of lavender on this top edge, a leaf and a daisy on the middle, and then a piece of lavender going the other way on the other section. So I think that is going to be where I'm going with this particular design. So I'm going to pop the flowers out of the way, and then I am going to get a pair of scissors, because I need to make sure that these flowers are going to fit within my within my little squares, which just grab the bits. There you go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up my flower, and I'm going to use some tacky glue once I can get the lid off. This one's nearly empty, so it might take a wee while for the glue to come to the bottom. So what I'm going to do is just dot some glue down the centre of the lavender, and then I'm going to place the lavender where I think it would look its best, and then I'm going to repeat the process for the leaves, daisy, and the other piece of lavender. I mean, your designs can be as busy or as delicate as you would like it to be. It's entirely up to you. With regards to the type of flowers that I may use, do you know, it really does depend. I'm learning that some flowers really don't like being dried. They just rot in situ. So it's a case of learning which ones actually go really well. The leaves that I've done are actually a plant that's around the outside of my in my pond, and they dry absolutely brilliantly and they keep their colour really well. So I'm going to show you this. I mean, they've got like red and yellow and what have you on it, but you know, if you can see the colours there, they're still quite nice in the leaf itself, and they dry nicely into a real nice papery effect leaf, which is wonderful. I mean, some of the colours and designs, they're all different, so yeah, quite like those. So anyway, so now the flowers are done and I'm quite happy with how they are. I don't want this to be an opening trifold, so I am actually going to stick down the trifold. So all I'm doing here is just doing a small bead of glue around the edge, pop that over and give that a little help with sticking. Sometimes you miss a bit, and there's never a you know, there's never not a solution. There's always a solution to fix something. So there you go. So I think that is a very nice handmade card with pressed flowers with a blank interior for those folks that want to send out a small thought card for a loved one Just let them know that I'm thinking about you. You know, I'm still around. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. So, you know, don't forget, get creative, give it a go, and we'll see you on the next video. Cheerio for now.